welcome to another session of Development of Science Teaching Materials. This is Unit 2, Session 3, and I remain your course facilitator, Nihad Goni. For Session 3, we'll be looking at audio aids or materials. By the end of this session, you should be able to state the way by which the science teacher and his students can benefit from broadcast science lessons. Audio aids or materials. We learned that teaching resources helps teachers to be able to deliver lessons easily, and examples included visual materials, the audio materials, the computer-based materials, and the audiovisual materials. Now, audio aids or materials are another class of resources for teaching. Audio aids or materials are materials that are used to transmit information through the sense of hearing. Some examples that will be considered in this session are broadcast talks, gramophone lectures, and tape or CD recordings. Broadcast talk is an example of an audio material for science teaching. It is a means of teaching a whole country or state or region or an area as a supplement to what the teacher may have taught in class. Such talks are useful for students and teachers alike because it does update the teacher for new information on specific topics, and it also adds more information to what the learners have learned in class. In some countries, there is a regular program on radio meant for students. In such a program, generally talks on education matters or scientific topics are transmitted. The topics, date and time of broadcast of such talks are given in advance by the radio station, so the schools can make provision in their timetable for students to listen to such talks. Thus, the school would note the topic, the time and date for the educational talk, and arrange for students to get access to them for the broadcast. It is very helpful because it can help the teacher to add more information to lessons in the class. As I said earlier, the science teacher can also make reference to such talks when he is teaching in the classroom. Examples of such lessons are normally social issues. For example, in Ghana, the social scientific issue trending is the galamsey or illegal mining, small-scale mining. There will be talks on radio that will pay particular attention to its health hazards in the environment. And this might help you as a teacher in your class after you have taught environmental pollution. It will expand the whole idea about the pollution from these small-scale illegal miners. Radio broadcasts face a number of challenges, and they include the fact that sometimes they are faulty receiving sets, which makes the lesson delivery or the voice inaudible, and so the learners will have to strain their ears in the classroom to hear the information. Also, some students are poor listeners and may not benefit from such talk. We are aware that students have different learning styles. We have the visual, the oral, the social, among others. So if a student is not a good listener or an oral learner, he may not benefit from an audio broadcast talk. However, he may benefit from normal teaching through questions, demonstrations, and reading. Broadcast talks are good learning and teaching aids, but to maximally benefit from such, note the following and apply them. 1. Make sure that the students with bad hearing are seated in the front seat to aid them to hear better rather than being at the back seat. Also, make sure you give your students questions before they start listening to the talk, and ask that those questions will be addressed right after the talk. This will keep their interest alive throughout the audio delivery. Also, only arrange for short duration talks. Prolonged talks will seem boring over time. Gramophone lectures and tape recording are also another material that are under audio for helping to teach in the class. Short audio talks on interesting scientific topics by eminent scientists and those who are well-versed experts are available teaching aids for the science teacher. Once recorded, the same talk can be played for several times and on different occasions. Such recordings can be used to introduce a topic or to develop the topic as a science teacher. Tape recordings or CDs could be used to record such sound for illustrative purposes. Such talks or sounds provide inspiration to students, and they can be easily played in the classroom whenever you want to use them. It also allows the recorder to record the specific sound he wants to use, and so being able to select aspects of a long talk for your lesson gives you upper hand as to the kind of information you want to be heard in your classroom. And then operating a tape or CD recorder is quite very simple. All you need is to play the button and then stop the button. Question for this lesson. State the ways by which the science teacher and his or her students can benefit from broadcast science lessons. We have come to the end of session 2 of Unit 3. In this lesson, we looked at audio aids or materials and considered the 3 types: broadcast talk, gramophone lectures, and tape or CD recording. Also, we looked at how students and teachers can benefit from broadcast science.